Hey out there and welcome. I'm Kate and I'm here with Memphis and I appreciate you being here, so thanks for picking this video. We recently in this house got a puppy, so that's one of the reasons I've been a little AWOL lately. Hopefully we will be back to our regular posting schedule starting now. So this class is for those days when you have absolutely nothing left in the tank. This is yoga for when you are exhausted. Grab a couple of blankets, a couple of blocks, and maybe a strap, just so you've got it all at your disposal. Find a quiet spot. You don't even need to have yoga clothes on. Stay in those jammies. Roll out your mat, or just lay on the living room floor, and I'll see you in a few. All right, so we're gonna start with our blankets or our towels and bring them into a big kind of rectangular fold here. And then you're gonna take that rectangular fold and bring it into thirds. Kind of flatten them out if you can. And one of those burrito blankets is gonna go the length of the mat, and the second one is gonna go across the bottom. If we've got a little lowercase t here, right? So you're gonna sit in front of these puppies and then lay down, and you want this blanket to hit right underneath your shoulder blades. Oh my gosh. So when you settle in, you're just kind of draping over, and your shoulder blades get a nice tuck into your back. So if you're here and you're like, why is my head hanging off the edge? You can always roll up the end of your towel or the end of your blanket to give you a little bit more lift for your head. And then arms out to the sides, hands on your belly, whatever feels good, just start to close your eyes. And if at any point this feels like junk, then you can come off these blankets or towels, or you can just start flat on your back if that seems like a more sensible beginning for you. And just take a few breaths here to feel your body really relax into the blankets. So sometimes when I'm tired, what I really need is a energizing practice, right? We've done that before here. Find a flow that kind of lights your fire and gets you back on track. But sometimes there's nothing left, right? And sometimes that's not the right prescription. So this is going to be a practice for those days when rekindling that fire just isn't in the cards. And what you really need to do is just kind of blop around your mat. So let yourself blop and breathe. And surrender a little bit more into the support of the floor. If you can make your breath a little bit deeper here. And I wasn't joking about the blopping, so we're just going to stay here for a few more breaths. To let that softening really sink in. And just start to move your fingers, your toes. And you're gonna bend your knees and walk your feet in. And you can take your feet wide, let your knees drop in toward each other. So your legs can stay relaxed as you take your arms and just stretch them gently back behind you. Oh, sorry, Memphis. Feel those fingertips reach. And nice and easy, you're gonna bring your arms into a little bit of a cactus here. Maybe let your hands go a little bit side to side. Drop one elbow toward the floor and then the other one. And then bring those elbows in towards your sides, stretch your arms out. And we're just gonna roll over to the right. And just take a moment here to pause. All right, when you feel ready for it, you're gonna just start to slide those blankets out from underneath you. And come to rest once again on your back. Feet flat, arms out to the sides. Take those those feet nice and wide. Let your knees bunk in toward each other. And take a couple of breaths here. Okay, keep your feet wide and let your knees drop over to the right. You're just gonna spin your head to the left. When you inhale, bring your knees back up through the middle. When you exhale, let them drop over to the left and spin your gaze to the right. Then bring it back up through the middle one more time, drop it over to the right. This time you can take your right ankle over the top of that left thigh. And as long as your knees or your back don't protest, you can stay there. Maybe take your left arm, stretch it right alongside your ear. You can keep your arm straight or bend your elbow so your arm kind of hooks around your head there. You're gonna keep the cross of your legs. Bring your knees back up through, and when you exhale, just draw them in. Come into our figure four. You can slide your hands through the legs, interlace your fingers wherever it feels comfortable behind your thigh or on top of your shin there. And take a breath. And when you exhale, drop your foot to the floor. Draw your right knee into your chest. And then stretch your right leg up straight. And just give yourself a moment to lengthen up through the back of your thigh, up into your calf, and really draw your toes back, like you are going to accentuate that press through your heel. Exactly right. And then take your feet wide. Let those knees drop over to the left. You can hook your left ankle on top of your right thigh, and then maybe slide your right arm alongside your ear. And breathe. Remember, if there's any pull anywhere that feels uncomfortable, come on out. You're already tired. No use fighting yourself in the posture. All right, and then come back up through. That ankle still hooked over the top of your thigh. Draw your right knee in. Little figure four stretch here. A supine pigeon. That's it. Try to relax your shoulders. No serious effort here. Just working into your hips. And then drop your right foot to the floor. Pull your left knee in. Give it a little hug. And then hook your hands behind your thigh. Stretch up and pull your toes back toward your nose. Like you could tap your nose with your big toe and really push up through that heel. Yes. And then drag your left knee in and drag your right knee next to it. Okay, we're gonna roll to one side and come on up and make your way into a little table, a mini tabletop here. All right, and a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Let's start to work into your spine a little bit. And if there's any tightness or just kind of any place that feels like it needs a little more room, you can hang out in that stretch. Let's go for one more. Inhale, feel your chest stretch forward. Sitting bones tip up to the sky. And then exhale, and let's round it in. Curl your chin to your chest. All right, I'm back through. Regular old table. Take your right arm, stretch it straight forward. Just gonna reach through your fingertips. Keep that reach, but you're gonna drop the pinky edge of your hand onto the floor, right? Drag your arm bone back into the socket and just start to sink down. Keep pushing into the pinky edge of that right hand. You can let your head hang. If you want to take your left foot, step it straight back, tuck your toes to the mat, give yourself a little more. Maybe that left foot can come over to the right. Push through your heel. Then swing your left leg back behind you and bring it back underneath. I'm gonna keep that right arm extended, but reach it straight forward. Here we go. You're gonna take it out to the side, right? And then bend that elbow. Take your hand to right to the base of your skull. Inhale, take your elbow, lift it up. Yes, exhale, your elbow's gonna sail toward your left arm. Inhale, open it back up. Exhale, curl it back underneath. One more of those. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, curl it under. Inhale, open it up. When that elbow points to the sky, stretch your right arm straight up. And then we're gonna thread all the way underneath. Come onto that right shoulder, your right ear. Feel your hips work to square as much as you can. And press into the tops of your feet. And you can keep your left hand right in front of your nose. Roll your left shoulder open. Feel your outer left hip pull back. And then press into your left hand. Gonna slide your right arm out. Reach straight out to the side again. Flip your palm toward the ceiling. Bend your elbow. Take your hand to your low back. You can start to take the thumb and walk it up your spine if you want. Right, you're gonna lift your elbow. Feel the head of your arm bone lift. Shake out your head. And then walk your hips back to your heels. Take a seat here. You're gonna slide your right hand all the way through and grab your upper left arm here. And then drop your chin to your chest. Shake your head gently. And roll your left ear up over your left shoulder. And hang out there. Maybe give your head a little shake. And roll back down through center, chin to chest. When you inhale next, you're gonna lift your head. Okay, take your right arm, stretch it straight up. Here we go. Bend your elbow, walk your fingertips down your back. Grab a hold with your left hand. Soften the tops of your shoulders. Reach up through that right side and take a little lean over. Yeah, I'm gonna switch myself around here so you know what's going on next. Okay, when you inhale, you're gonna come back up, reach your right arm straight up to the sky, and you're gonna lift onto your knees. You can tuck your toes here, or maybe grab a block with your left hand, right? You can use your heel or the block. You're gonna reach up through that right hand, let your hips start to press forward. You're gonna lean back. Take the block to your outer left ankle, or you can take your left hand to your left heel, whatever works. Just roll your shoulders open. Feel your fingertips reach up as your chest lifts, your hips press. And then from here, we're gonna reach up through that right hand and come back into your table. And a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Again, roll through it. And on this exhale, find a downward facing dog. Nothing major, just spread those fingers, tuck your toes, slide your hips up and back. And we don't wanna forget about the legs here. So you're just gonna kind of pedal it out a little, side to side. It feels good to let your hips sway a little bit, add a little more movement to it, then why not? Go for it. And when you exhale, knees are just gonna come right back down to the mat. Okay? All right, second side, left arm's gonna reach straight forward to start. Feel your belly pull in, and then slowly lower your left pinky edge of your hand to the mat. Here we go. Plug your arm bone into your socket, and as you press into that pinky, start to drop the left shoulder down. Drop the back of your arm down. Shake out your head. If you want to, you can take your right foot, step it back behind you, push through your heel a little bit. If that feels good, maybe you can sweep your foot over to the side, all the way over to the left. And push through your heel even more. And then back through the middle. And then back underneath. Press into that right hand. Come on back up. Take your left hand straight out to the left. And then you're going to bend your left elbow. Bring your hand to the base of your skull. When you inhale, sweep your elbow to the sky. And when you exhale, you're just going to come down, elbow to wrist here. Inhale, open it up. And exhale, bring it back down. One more. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, bring it back down. Open up, and then stretch your left arm up and slide it underneath, coming all the way into your thread the needle. Press into the back of your left arm. You can push gently into your right hand. Press into the tops of your feet. Roll your right shoulder open. Nice deep breaths across your upper back. Okay, I'm gonna press into that right hand. Sweep your left arm open and up. And then take your left hand just straight out to the side, shoulder height. Spin your palm toward the ceiling. And then bend your elbow, back of your hand to your low back. Feel that elbow lift, the head of your arm bone lift in. And then sit your hips back to your heels. And you're gonna slide that left arm all the way through, grab a hold of your right bicep here. And when you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Shake your head a little bit side to side. And then roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. And give your head a little shake there. That's it. And roll back down through chin to chest. When you inhale, you're gonna lift your head. Take this left arm, stretch it straight up. You can grab the block along the way. Why not? Let's do it, right? Tuck your toes under. Here we go. Left hand's gonna come down to the floor. I feel like that's a little goofy. We're gonna take the right hand down. How did that happen? I don't know, but we're doing the right side this time. Take your left arm, reach it up. That's it. Feel your chest lift, just a little tiny baby camel pose here, right? Let your hips press forward, thighs work back. Feel your chest lift up. You can take your gaze up or keep your gaze straight forward. And then you're gonna reach through that top hand, come all the way forward. And one more downward facing dog. Walk those hands out. Tuck your toes, stretch it up, pedal it out. Shake your head. Sometimes gentle movement is exactly what we need. For those days when you just have had it. And there's not much, but you want to do something, right? Give yourself a little bit of love. That's it. And then drop your knees to the mat. You're gonna sweep your feet to one side and take a seat. All right, and then from here, you're gonna bring your right shin in front and take your left leg back behind you for a little wheel of life pose, right? Irish Sukasana. So we've got 90-degree angles with your legs here, feet nice and flexed. Gonna sit up as tall as you can and then fold over this front knee. You can lean into your elbows. If you want to grab a block to put it underneath your head, that's cool. Slide your hands underneath you. You're going to come on up and square yourself over this shin. And again, you're going to sit up as tall as you can and then fold. Ooh. And this might feel a little, trickier. It's all good. Try to relax where you can. Notice if you're clenching your jaw You're tightening through your shoulders. And slide your hands back underneath. You're gonna take this left leg, swing it up and over, and you can either stack your ankle on top of your knee or just bring your left shin in front for Sukasana, right? Pick your poison. Wherever you are, take your hands behind you and just feel your sitting bones start to kind of roll forward. Let your chest lift and lean back into your hands. All right, now you're gonna walk your left hand out to the side, take your right arm, stretch it up, and take a nice easy lean over. Right sitting bone stays rooted, and then drop that right hand to your left knee and slide your other hand behind you. Give yourself a bit of a twist while you're here. And then back through the middle, stretch your right leg out, bring the left foot in, Shirshasana, sit up tall, and come out and over. And walk your hands back underneath, and we're gonna switch sides. So now you can take this left shin, slide it across, find our Wheel of Life pose here. Nice 90-degree angles with your legs, sit up tall, and fold over that knee. And then walk your hands underneath you. Come on up, and you're gonna spin so you're angled more over your shin. Spin to the shin. Lengthen up and fold forward. You're never too tired for a bad joke, right? Again, try to relax where you can, through that outer left hip, through the back of your neck, the soles of your feet. I don't know. Sometimes we tense up in the weirdest places. So try to relax. Hands come underneath, come on up. And we're gonna swing this puppy around. You can stack your ankle on top of the knee or come into that Sukasana with the right shin in front and just slide your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Feel your chest lift, and you can even bend those elbows as you open into your chest. And breathe here. Yes. And then walk your right hand out to the side, left arm comes up, and take a lean. And then bring your hand down to that right knee, slide your other one behind you, and come on into a twist. And back through the middle for a little Shirshasana. Oh, I'm gonna stretch that left leg out. Fold your right leg in. Lengthen up, and last little bit, fold over those legs. When you inhale, you're gonna walk your hands underneath you. Before we come down, you're gonna grab one of your blankets. Actually, you know what? Grab both. You're gonna keep one in the roll, and then take the next one, and you're gonna fold it, just so it's nice and someone's sleeping. Just so we got a nice little pillow there. And you're gonna come down onto your back. This one's gonna go about underneath your knees, but we're not gonna get there yet. So take a second, draw your knees in, rock a little bit side to side, and then roll some circles. One direction, roll some circles in the other direction. And pop yourself into a happy baby. Feel your arm bones drop toward the floor. Tailbone lengthens to the mat. Nice release for your low back. And pull your knees in. And stretch your legs out. Just find a good spot for that blanket underneath your knees. Let your arms rest out to the sides and shuffle around until you feel like you can really get comfortable. If you have a third blanket or a third towel and you want to cover up, I'm yawning already. You can cover up. Just close your eyes and breathe. And feel free to stay here for as long as you like, for as long as you need, for as long as you can. When you're ready to transition back into your day, you're going to start to move your fingers, your toes, and then hug your knees in one at a time. And come to rest on your right side. And pause here. And take a breath. And now we're going to come back into our day. Right? So push into the strength of your arms and come on back up. And find a comfortable seat. And keep your eyes closed here. Feel your sitting bones melt into the floor. Feel your shoulders melt away from your ears. And even though you are tired, feel your heart lift, the crown of your head rise up. And bring your palms to press into Anjali Mudra. And bow your head. And honor your time here on the mat. And honor the fact that you did it. You got here. You did this thing. Messy and complicated and tired as you may feel, you did it. And that deserves a round of applause. Thanks for joining me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Make it a great day, and maybe grab a cup of coffee.